Love is a beautiful thing, but applying for a visa is not. If you're planning on marrying someone who lives overseas, there are strict processes that you need to follow in order to bring that person here to get married. In this video, I'll address some very basic issues regarding the fiancé visa, but you need to know that there's a lot more to consider in making this decision and going through the process. For starters, only U.S. citizens can apply for a fiancé visa. If you are a permanent resident or have no legal status, then you need to either become a citizen first, or you would need to go overseas and marry your fiancé there and do a spousal petition to bring them to the United States. Requirements for a fiancé visa are essentially that you be a United States citizen, that you plan to get married within 90 days of your fiancé's arrival to the United States, that you're both legally eligible to marry, meaning that you are not already married to somebody else and you're not relatives, and that you have seen each other in person within the last 2 years. This requirement can be waived if there are certain cultural or religious prescriptions from seeing each other in person, but that would require additional evidence to prove why you haven't met in person. It can also be waived if there's a hardship, again, requiring further proof of why you cannot meet in person. So those are the requirements, but more importantly, what's necessary to gain an approval? For starters, a lot of evidence. You must prove that your relationship is bona fide, legitimate, not an attempt to avoid immigration laws for someone who otherwise couldn't get to the United States. This can be really difficult for people who are living separately in different countries, and that's why having an immigration lawyer with experience in this area is so critical. You must also get married within 90 days of that person's arrival in the United States. If you fail to get married within 90 days, your fiancé is going to have to go back to his or her country and start the process all over again. After your fiancé does arrive in the United States and you get married within 90 days, all you have to do for your fiancé to get a green card or permanent residence is submit the appropriate petition to adjust status, and approval is automatic. 3 years after obtaining permanent residence, as long as you're still married and living together, your now spouse would be eligible to become a U.S. citizen. If you're thinking of going through this process of bringing your fiancé from overseas, give me a call to discuss what you need to do and how I can help you get through this process quickly, without unnecessary delays, and most importantly, successfully.